absolute favourites, Bill.
He's here.
How are we?
Get him up here.
How are you, mate? Thanks for dropping by.
Lazy good. Things are good.
It's a big summer coming up, and as we touched on there, we come up against the Poms, and you hate a lot of people that you played cricket against.
Mostly English.
Yes.
So any cricket season for me gets me this time of the year. So we've got about 3 weeks to the first Test match, but an Ashes series just over the top, and I just love the way that all the English are just pumping it up, like they're thinking they've got a chance.
Who did you dislike back in the day? Not Brayshaw, the Poms we're talking.
No, English. All of them.
All of them?
You don't really narrow your focus, do you? Like
There must be one.
you got to share it around. Probably it's an easy target, but Phil Tufnell.
What about one of the batsmen like that you'd target and he was your bunny?
Robin Smith.
Oh,
you have to have head-to-heads with him all the time. And mate, he just stood up. He was good.
Yeah.
Michael Atherton was tough as nails. And you get a mental picture of Michael Atherton.
Yes.
And it's sort of weak, skinny,
boring,
insipid. All those. Mate, he's as tough as nails.
Was he?
Yeah, he's a ripper bloke. Great player. But I think people remember Glenn McGrath sorting him out towards the end of his innings, his career. But when we played against him, England weren't great, and he was probably the toughest competitor I played against.
Is Phil Tufnell a part of the M's?
He will be a part of a couple of the tests this summer for Triple M cricket.
Get us on air together.
Just put you in the back row together. 45 minutes of non-calling cricket.
He couldn't bowl actually, but he couldn't bat.
No, he couldn't field either. No, listen. So that's what Graham Gooch said as captain.
Yes.
To strengthen his field, he used to bowl Phil Tufnell. But Tuffers was number 11. So as an Australian bowler, when Phil Tufnell came to the crease, you knew you weren't going to be out there for too long.
Exactly right.
There's a man who usually sits in this seat, JB.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
And there's
He
stories.
could have been English.
Yes.
I didn't like him much.
Well, there is a story
Why
about...
didn't you like him?
You ended up finishing the last game of one season bowling to him, and you got him the first game the next year. Can you tell us about this?
James tells this a fair bit. He always said that for a dumb fast bowler, I had a fantastic memory. So we played the last game in
Like an elephant?
Adelaide Oval, running in second innings. And I'm pretty sure that they beat us comfortably and he got runs, but ran in, bowler bounced to him, he's ducked under it, and I finished up about a metre away from him and just, I hate you. And the first game at the MCG, the next year, got a couple of wickets. Brayshaw comes to the wicket. He's facing up. First ball, ran in, bounced him. He's ducked under it. I finished about a metre away from him. I still hate you. So he always brought that up.
What about the middle stump? What were you going to do with that?
Oh, I didn't think I had to shove it up his clack. The way that he
You
walked,
told him
no,
that.
the way that he walked out to bat,
Yes.
it looked like he already had one shoved up there. Like, didn't he just prance? He does just prance around, doesn't he?
Struts
He's
around.
got the strut.
He's got the prance.
Oh.
You have a look at it.
Yeah.
There could be a stump still shoved up there.
When you've got your chest out, though, you're coming in, you've got the MCG behind you.
Yeah.
What is that feeling like at the top of your mark, and you know you're going to throw one down and just whiz it past someone's grill?
Mate, there's no greater feeling to be have the arguments all the time about the best ground to play at, and everyone says it's very special playing in the Australian team at the MCG, but being a Victorian in the Australian team at the MCG, the support that we got was fantastic, and where I used to field down in front of Bay 13,
iconic.
Mate, my demographic. Not that smart and full of piss. I'm all over them. You'd love it down there, Billy. I'll tell you.
And
I played a shield match with Billy. He keeps that quiet, doesn't he?
Oh, I do keep that quiet, don't I?
Hey.
I was 12th man. And Merv was bowling. Where's your Merv? And I was on it mid-off, and they were throwing the ball that hard at me. Dean Jones and all that been
Sloops.
And I'm this kid, and we're at Junction Oval playing Tassie. Danny Buckingham was back. And they're throwing it really hard at me, and I'm like, got to catch it. And then Merv's bowling. I don't know Merv at all, like his big moustache and blowing wind. And all I have to do at mid-off is throw the ball like 5 metres to him. But somehow the ball gets stuck in your hand, right? Because you're nervous.
You tossed it back at his feet.
No, I'm throwing it. It goes over there.
No. It's going back over his head. What's going on? I'm a little bit
I
nervous.
was that nervous. Oh. Anyway, it's 12 man. That's funny. And Dean Jones called me out just before lunch, 20 minutes before lunch. And I bowled out there because you're watching every player. Like you're sitting there watching every player. He puts his hand up at second slip. So I bowled out there. He goes, order 4 lunches, 2 for me old man, 2 for me uncle. That's all he said to me. So I had to go back and find Ian Redpath and say, Dean Jones wants 4 lunches. He said, well, he's not getting 4 lunches.
You speaking of Victorians at the G, though, last
I forgot about that.
Well, 4 years ago,
yes.
Scotty Boland, when he took his 6 for 7, mate, the Victorian public, and like that Bay 13 area were just going off. For Scotty Boland, mate, I'll sit in the M's commentary box and you just sit there and you're just buzzing, just tingling all over you thinking, oh, I know how he feels. Like his feet won't touch the ground.
Well, I love the fact that the most part of your comments was how quick it was going to be wrapped up and how quickly you could get to Lamaro.
Oh, yeah. Mate, they're all saying, no, this is going to be a contest, mate. 180, we won't have to bat again. Just book a table at the Emerald. We're off down there. Let's go. We'll be there at midday.
If you had been sent to fine leg rather than to third man in front of Bay 13.
That's my only criticism of Pat Cummins' captaincy ever was when Scotty got those wickets, right-hander on strike. They sent him down to fine leg, which is Bay 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Well, they just go down to third man. The game's over. You're a superstar. Get in front of Bay 13 and just get that crowd behind us. So I think Pat missed a beat that day. So that's the only criticism I've got of his captaincy.
Exactly right. We got some highlights here.
Yeah.
Have a listen. Just remember, there's this.
Top him off! Jack leads the pass! Boland has 2 in the over!
Crowd cheering. Scotty Boland into the crease here. Gets the edge. In fact, it might have hit the pad first. If it has, it's all over. Yeah! He's into the England captain. He's driving. He's picking. And he's been caught.
Special comments in the background.
He's got the corner ball. Wood pops it straight back to him. Boland takes the catch. On the boo. Boland's got 5 for 5. In he comes. Boland. Bowls and nicks. And he's gone. Robinson on your 5. And Boland has 6 for 5 of 20 deliveries.
Unbelievable. That.
Iconic
What about
day.
the special comments?
You obviously don't get the same email we do in footy season. Do
you
not
would.
pile in over the top. Let the commentators have their moment.
It was just, it was bloody exciting. Like you're sitting there and he gets 1, you think, okay, then he gets 2 and you think, and then you're on the edge of your seat, come on, get another one, get another one. And it just went from good to better.
Well, it is going to be a massive summer,
Yes.
but you've come in bearing gifts, which we are very excited about. We'll touch on that after the break. Don't go anywhere.
VB has released a limited edition Laws of Cricket cans following the last Test series with England when the batsmen forget when they can leave their crease or not.
Well, they just mucked up a few rules and laws of the game. So what VB have done, they've made it very simple. What they've done is taken the spirit of cricket out. And the spirit of cricket, that's for losers.
Yes.
So England worry about that.
We're with
to
you.
the laws of the game,
Yes.
which says if you're out of your crease, you run out.
Yeah.
So if you want to stay in, stay in. If you're out, you're out. Piss off.
So the
on,
MCC's dead ball law 20.1.1.1 states the ball becomes dead when it's finally settled in the hands of the wicketkeeper or of the bowler. That will be on the VB cans.
Yes.
And they're available in Liquorland stores across Australia from November 5.
Exclusively at Liquorland. But Johnny
Excuse-
Bairstow,
but, yeah,
mate,
just-
you taught that as a 3-year-old.
Yeah.
Mate, Martin Sharkey, wherever you're under 14s, one thing he taught me, stay in your crease.
Wherever
It's
you're
not
under
that hard.
14s.
Wherever you're under 14s. I was
you're-
17 at the time, though, Bills.
Hey?
I was 17 at the time.
Yeah.
I said you got stumped here
dominated.
5 times, so you weren't a great listener.
Exactly.
No, but the big thing is, England, mate, I can't understand how they get confused with the laws of the game. They invented the game. They made the laws, and then, we don't know the laws. Well, we're here to help you out. Get the VB special cans and read up on the laws of the game.
And still a bloody good drop, by the way.
great drop.
You've been a long ambassador for VB. Oh, there it is.
Oh,
There we go.
bang.
Even more
Law
out of the
of
box.
radio.
Yes, what is it?
Drink frothy if presented in front of you.
Is there one there about shotgunning? No, that's drinking
Drink-
responsibly.
yes,
Sorry,
yes.
sorry, Mervyn.
It's
Yes.
not the 70s.
I've got a couple of
Yes.
questions.
Yes.
Did you once hit a spectator in the crowd with your bat in South Africa?
Sorry?
No, I hit a tin fence in front of a spectator
Right.
because I couldn't reach the spectator.
The fence got in the way.
he had a bit of a crack at me, Bill. I was walking off the ground.
Yeah. Been dismissed, had you?
No, it was a rain delay.
Oh.
So we were 9 down. We needed 270 to win the game, or we had to bat for an hour and a half.
Yeah. Yep.
and I was batting with Tim May.
Ooh.
So I actually thought that we were more of a chance of getting the 270 runs, to be honest. So rain delay, walking up the race, and South African spectator over the top of the fence and give it to me. And what he said, people say, well, to narrow it down, he suggested that Mum and Dad may not have been born when I was or married when I was conceived.
Well, you're from where?
He said Gloria Marshall might be an option. And he had to go up my sexuality, which was way off the mark, I've got to tell you. But
that's
I
the
got
only
over
thing.
The fence, so, mate, I'm 6'4".
Yes.
I've got a bat in my hand. I've got a helmet on. I'm taking on Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
So I got over the fence and said, listen, mate, you got something to say, let's hear it. And he sort of backed off a bit. Yeah. And I mate said, you're just like every other South African prick I've ever met, you're as weak as piss. And walked inside.
Whopper!
Now, I actually thought that was quite funny. The boys, we told the story, thought it was quite funny. And then found out next day, Cricket Australia fined me $4,000. Wasn't that funny after all, Bill?
$4,000 for that?
Yeah.
No.
What year are we talking here? What year?
94.
Roughly? 94. So if you're getting fined $4,000 in 1994,
Yeah, that was twice my payment for the year.
if you were to be playing in the current day,
Oh,
would
yeah.
you be running at a serious loss?
Oh, what, 150K? Have to be.
Oh, jeez. Wow.
But like the coming in, the
Yeah.
sledging, what you
Yeah.
were allowed to do,
Yeah.
how
What's
intimidation.
acceptable?
Yes.
And so the big thing is now, what happens is everyone knows everyone. And while I don't think it's a great thing, it doesn't take away the intensity of the attitude of the Australian bowlers. So you have a look at Hazelwood, you have a look at Stark, you have a look at, they don't say too much. Scotty Boland doesn't say too much. They just speak with the ball. I wasn't that good. I had to gob off.
You did. AB sent you out one night as a night watchman.
Yes.
What did he say to you and what happened?
Well, Tasmania, we're down there. A couple of overs ago, Merv, night watch you, wicket fell, Merv, you're on the way. I got to the door, looked back at Alan Border and said, the night watchman hook. God, just get out there, And the boys sitting in the room said, as I walked out, AB's turned to them. He's not serious, is he? Yeah. Second ball, bang, hook shot 4.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Any feedback upon returning?
Well, I got through.
Right.
Which
Oh,
probably
you made it.
saved me. Once you get through, you're clear.
Now-
If you get out, I still reckon the greatest night watching story I've ever heard was Roger Harper for the West Indies in Adelaide. He went out, got out, caught hooking second ball for 6. Night watching. Good work.
When you are part of the Triple M commentary team that we touched on. And Bill, you can probably relate to this. So superstars everywhere, like the Triple M footy call team.
Yeah, run through them.
Tubby, Junior, Matty Hayden, was he a Krim? Or was he
Yes.
Akram? Beefy, Graham Swan. Have you seen
Phil
the
Tufnell.
vision? Phil Tufnell, yeah.
Brad
well,
Haddon.
anytime the crew goes anywhere,
Yeah.
the only man that gets stopped,
He is. Big
James
swerving.
James Brayshaw.
No, he'd be out front. He'd be marching out front. They'd all go.
Well, they had a body cam on Merv just to see how he went through. It was
So they love
Adelaide,
you,
wasn't
don't
it?
they?
Adelaide and Sydney.
But it must be so nice to be.
What do they
loved
say to you?
Universally,
Hey, fatso!
you can relate.
It still sort of blows me away a bit. Like I've been out of the game for 30 years now, and still the recognition that you get from people, it's fantastic. So I think being on a few of the shows, so Celebrity Get Me Out of Here and all that sort of helps the profile with the younger guys, because you get used to people coming, my dad loves you.
Yeah.
And I've got the stage now where when someone says my dad loves you, I think, thank God they didn't say grandfather. I'm that old.
Exactly.
But for the guys to relive moments of stuff that happened 30 years ago and talk about it like it's yesterday, it's fantastic.
We've got a good story here, Merv. I want
Yep.
you to let me know if this is true, because we did this competition called Pub Yarns. People wrote in about all their great pub yarns. We've already given away the prize, 2 slabs of Carlton Draft, VB, of course, same family, and a Bar Fridge Australia.
You couldn't find the merch. You couldn't get the one. No,
Well, exactly. Take her home.
take her home.
What is it? Take home a carton today, VB. There we
Thank
go.
you.
For a
So this
hard-earned
bloke here,
first.
from Jono. I was in Ho Chi Minh City on holidays, having a few frothies. We
True.
found a pub. This is true.
True.
Anyway, we had a couple of beers. I look over it, and there's 2 blokes at the bar. Turns out it was Merv Hughes and Jeff Marsh.
Yes.
Next thing, we're playing darts, talking rubbish, and I'm thinking I'm somehow joined the Australian Test team. Hours go by.
Days.
Hours.
Like
Days
that
go
pause.
by.
Hours and plenty of frothies,
Yeah.
plenty of VBs go
Ooh.
by.
Yeah.
And I'm feeling brave or stupid. Hard to tell the difference at this stage. I turned to Merv and said, "Hey, mate, you have to tell me about the time you drank 52 beers on the flight."
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Merv looks at me, pauses, takes a sip and says, "That was Booney, you idiot."
True.
That's true.
Yeah.
That was from Jono.
Hey, Jono, good on you, bud.
So over there, are you on some sort of junket? Was this part of the fishing show that you've
Oh,
got
no,
going?
no,
Because you talk
no.
about I'm a celeb, get me out of there.
Yeah,
You've branched
no.
out to...
So Jeff Marsh had a few mates over there, and he rang me up and said, we're going to go over there, play a game of cricket, play a couple of games of golf, do a couple of sporties. Do you want to come over? And I said, yeah, not a problem. I'll send in the invoice because I've got to pay my taxes. So you
Yeah, of
must
course.
pay your
Well
taxes.
done, Merv. Yeah.
But we got over there.
Sound like
and
Doug.
I was sitting there with Jeff Marsh. The first night I was there, he said, for the money they were paying you, I didn't think you'd come over. So, mate, not here for the money. And he'd have a beer with you. Because I hadn't seen Jeff Marsh at that stage for about 10 years.
Yeah.
So you just got over, and it was like yesterday. You just get on a junket, a couple of beers, and away you go. But that's, I suppose, when you play football, you guys can catch up all the time at home games and all that. Once you're out of the Australian setup, like with guys in Perth, you don't see them, or guys in Queensland. And when you do catch up, and especially the bond the guys have got from 89 and 93, and the guys that went on both tour have got a pretty strong bond. Swampy was there in 89. So sit there and have a few beers with him. Oh, it's just gold. He's a very funny man.
Going to be a massive summer of cricket.
Massive.
What are your predictions and what can we expect from the squad or the first lineup that we're going to see?
Okay, so prediction for the outcome of the test. I don't think we can win 5-0.
Righto.
But there'll be a washout somewhere.
Yeah,
Sydney.
And no, I don't think it'll be Sydney. I think it'll be earlier because the next one is when Australia get to 3-0 up, they'll get on the VBs and give England a win to keep them
Good.
interested.
Yes.
So
Reading the
who
rules.
plays though?
The makeup for the team, for mine, and there's been a lot of discussion about this, and our top three in particular.
Mm-hmm.
But for the guys who follow cricket, have a look what the opposition teams have done, and especially their top three. Not a whole lot. So that tells me that the environment the players are playing in now is more bowler friendly, and it's bowler friendly. It's harder at the top of the order because the ball's new. So Sam Constas, to me, is the incumbent. And while guys are sitting there knocking on the door, they're not kicking it down. So the question is, has anyone done enough to surpass him? And my answer to that would be no. I'd be looking at Constas and Khawaja.
Yep.
If Smith bats at 3, Green at 4. If Smith wants to bat at 4, Labuschagne at 3, Green to 6.
What
And you got
advice?
Travis Head.
What are you telling Sam Constas to start off with?
Oh, reverse ramp. Don't muck. But the big thing about Sam Constas, so last year against India, what happened? He went out there, he played and missed at 12 of the first 14 balls he post.
One was
The ball was going all over the place. Okay. So he showed a lot of courage. And the big thing that people don't understand is that he'd been training for Sydney Thunder for the Big Bash. So he's been playing all those shots. And it's the old Mark Waugh theory against the West Indies was if I stay here and try and play straight, there's a ball with my name. I'm just going to nick one.
Yep.
So I've got to do something different. I've got to take them on. And Mark Waugh was play his shots. And Constas was, well, I'm comfortable playing this shot because I've been training for Big Bash. So that first ball that he tried to reverse ramp and went over the top of the stumps by a foot, if that's the right length and hits the stumps, it's a different conversation.
Exactly.
But he missed one. Then he got a couple away. And then the Indian team just like they went from 4 slips in a gully to spread the field everywhere. And it gave the Australians a bit of freedom.
Yeah.
And he almost carried Labuschagne along with him. Labuschagne got a little bit more excited and played some more shots. So to me, that was good signs that he's got the courage to do things. And in Sydney, he did play a very ordinary shot to get out in the second innings, and everyone said, oh, he's no good. Okay, of the top 4 batsmen in each team in that Sydney Test match last year, who was the top scorer?
Constance, obviously.
Sam
wasn't it?
Constance.
There you go.
Got 43 runs.
That's the
That's why
insight.
he's a selector.
And that's the insight
Yes.
you will get.
That's
as
why
part
I'm
of-
a sack selector.
Sack selector.
Sack
And takes the tours now.
He does.
You will hear all of that as part of the Triple
Oh,
M commentary
my
team
word,
this
yes.
summer. But
Yeah.
more
Well
importantly,
done,
you've
Merv.
come bearing gifts. It is the VB, the laws
Laws
of the
cricket.
game.
Yeah, it's
the
not rules,
of
they're
cricket.
laws.
Very
Yeah.
good. And they are on sale, Rabsy, from November 5.
Yeah, the great Merv Hughes will be part of Triple M Cricket, which is the soundtrack of summer, but the drink of summer is VB's Laws of Cricket cans. You can grab them exclusively from Liquorland stores across Australia from November 5.
Thank you, Swerve.
On your Merv.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you, Merv.
We'll
Looking
hear you
forward to
from
the
the
summer.
Adelaide Test, mate.
Rabby, rab.